Alright guys, welcome to the channel, welcome to Blue Point TV. Guys, let's talk about the Chelsea game against Ipswich Town. Obviously Chelsea will be going away to play against Ipswich Town, and for me, this is a must-win game for Chelsea. They have to win this game. It's a must-win game because the last two games that Chelsea played, they only had 1 point in 6 points. I mean, those games we thought we'd win the two games against Everton. We thought we'd win that game, even if it has been difficult for Chelsea going away to Everton in their recent games against Everton. But then with the form that Chelsea were in that time, we thought Chelsea would win the game. And then losing the game against Fulham was really, really difficult to take, because I also thought that Chelsea would win that one, even if I also know that Fulham are a good team. They are doing well, they are playing well. I also thought Chelsea would win that game. So for me, yeah, that's why I think this is a must-win game. I think the table now, Chelsea are in, I think, 4th position in the league now, because Nottingham Forest won their game. Chelsea were around 3rd position before, but Nottingham Forest won their game, so they are on top of Chelsea now. So Chelsea are in 4th position. That's why they have to win this game against Ipswich. Now, going away to Ipswich for me, I think they will get relegated this season. I don't think they have done enough to stay in the league. Maybe second part of the season, probably they might change it. But in terms of what I'm saying from them, I think they'll be relegated. But that's not to say it's to be an easy game, because they have played against some teams this season and we found out that it's not really an easy game. They played against United at home. I think that game ended draw. That game was a draw game between Ipswich and Manchester United. And they've played some couple of big teams, and if you watch the game, you see that it wasn't really an easy game. But at the same time, I will be expecting Chelsea to win this game, because there's no, with the way Chelsea are going in terms of their form before they drop point in their last 2 games, you expect Chelsea to beat Ipswich. Even if Ipswich will be playing at home, you will expect Chelsea to win the game. So for me, they have to win this game, because playing 3 games and not winning anyone is really, it will be really, really disappointing from the team. So this is a must-win game that they have to, they have to make sure they win the game. Now, players that maybe will be back in the team, but there are some players that were supposed to be in the squad, against Fulham that were not in the squad, like Noni Madueke and Renato Vega. Now, we understand that the reason why those players were not in the squad against Fulham was because of, according to the coach, technical reasons. Obviously, we know that for Noni, this player has been dropped before by the coach, Enzo Maresca, because of lack of training. He wasn't training to the level, so the coach dropped him. So for me, I'm feeling like maybe that's the reason why the coach dropped him again, because he feel like he wasn't training up to the level. And I think it's the same reason with Vega. I think it's the same reason. But it will be interesting to see if they will be back in the squad, because we need them. The team need them. These players, they have to sit up. They have to start training to the level that the coach wants them to train. Because you're playing for Chelsea, you're playing for one of the biggest teams in the country, you're playing for one of the biggest teams in the league, one of the biggest teams, or biggest club in Europe. So they have to be serious if they want to be the Chelsea player, or they want to play for the club. So I think the club needs them, because especially Noni. If Madueke was in that game against Fulham, he could have been helpful, because if you watch that game, Pedro Neto was really, really tired in that game. So if Noni was to be in that game, he will help the team. Take off Neto, bring in Noni, fresh player in the team, in the game. It's fresh, strength. He could have helped the team. But let's just hope that the manager will bring them back into the squad in this game against Ipswich Town. Let's just hope the manager will bring them, because I feel like the team needs them. Another player that I think the team also needs is Romeo Lavia. Now, for Romeo Lavia, I'm not sure if he will be back in the squad, because for Lavia, he was out of the team in the game because he was injured. Now, I don't know how long his injury is, but I don't think it's also a serious one. So I'm not sure if he'll be back or not. So hopefully he will be back in this game. Now, if Lavia will be back in this game, he to be helpful for the team as well, because if Lavia was to be available in the game against Fulham, maybe the result wouldn't have been the same, because we know the energy Lavia can give the team in the midfield. We know how good he is, his press resistance, how he can move with the ball, his passes, his energy in midfield. Lavia could have been helpful for the team. So hopefully he's back for this game. And yeah, like I said, it's a must-win game for Chelsea. They have to win this game. Obviously, there are some players that are still out, in terms of injury, like Wesley Fofana, I think is still out. Badio Shea, I think is still out. So these are the players that I think is still out. We know what is going on with Mikhailo Modric with his, band issue. So these are the players that are out. With James, obviously, is back in the team. He's training already with the squad. I'm not sure if he will be available for the game because the last two games, the coach said he will not be available for those games. But in this game, I'm not sure. Even if he will be available, I'm not expecting the coach to start him. So, but the good thing is at least James is back with the squad, training with the squad. But players that the coach will probably start in this game, because in his press conference he said there will be changes in the starting 11. I think he said there are some players that started the first game probably that might not start the game. Now for me, I would want him to start to drop Robert Sanchez and go with Jorgensen. For me, I think Jorgensen probably deserves to start this kind of game. We'll know that for the coach, Sanchez is his first choice, but I want him to start, Jorgensen in this game against Ipswich Town, because these are the kind of games. Even if he doesn't want to give the Jorgensen an opportunity to keep in the Premier League, but this kind of games, I feel like Jorgensen deserves to start this kind of games. In the defense, we expect the two center defenders still to start the game. Tosi and Levi Kowo to start in the defense. And then, as a left back, I will expect obviously Marco Corella to start as the left back in this game. Then the right back, I think he will go with Malo Gusto. For me, Malo Gusto has been disappointing this season. Really, really disappointing. I don't know what he does best for me, because for me, he's not a good passer. His delivery is very, very poor. He doesn't pass the ball well. He doesn't cross the ball well. I don't know because I know for me, I think he's struggling to play the role that the coach wants him to play in terms of inverting. I think he's struggling to play that kind of role. I don't know if that's his problem, but even when he was overlapping, running that channel, I still feel that his delivery is my biggest problem. He can't shoot. That's the reason why now I understand the reason why he has never scored a goal as a professional footballer. Malo Gusto, he has never scored a goal. That's because he can't shoot, But still, I think the coach will go with him because, obviously, like I said, James is back, but I don't think he will be available in this game. Or even if he will be available, I don't think the coach will start with James, because I think they want to manage his injury. So I will be expecting, Gusto still to be the right back, the starting right back in this game. Then in the midfield, I still think the coach will go with the same midfield. I will be expecting, Enzo Fernandez to captain the team. Obviously, he's the captain since Chris James hasn't been available. So I think he will captain the team in this game alongside, he'll start the game in the midfield alongside Caicedo in the midfield, and obviously Cole Palmer as well. Then, for me, I want Joao Felix to start this game. I think Joao Felix, it's time for him to play games for Chelsea. I don't understand the reason why the coach doesn't play Joao Felix. I don't know if he doesn't trust the player or what. Joao Felix can play from the left as a winger. He can also play as a number 10. If the manager doesn't want to take out Cole Palmer because of what Cole Palmer can give the team, at least sometime bring in Joao Felix from the left-hand side. Take out Sancho, even if I think Sancho has been very good for Chelsea. But I feel like in the game against Fulham, he wasn't at the level. So I feel like the coach should have made some substitution in that game, bringing Joao Felix, to play from the left-hand side. But for me, in this game, I want him to start Felix ahead of Sancho in this game. Let's just see what Felix can do. We know that he's a good player. We know that he can help the team. I want him to start Joao Felix in this game. So we'll see how he can help the team. And obviously, from the right-hand side, I think he will go with probably Neto again from the right-hand side. And for the striker, we'll know it will be Nicholas Jackson. Now for Nicholas Jackson, the last two games have been poor for him. He has been really, really poor. The game against Everton, he was poor. He had some chances that I think he should have scored. He missed them. He was poor in that game against Everton. The game against Fulham, he was also poor, very poor in the game against Fulham. But for me, I think he deserves still to be starting games for Chelsea as the number 9, because we know if he doesn't start, probably the player that will start the game will be Christopher Nkunku. But for me, as a number 9, I think he's better than Christopher Nkunku. As a number 9, because being a number 9, it's not all about the goals. There are other things that you can do as a number 9 in terms of your hold-up play, in terms of how you run in the channel, in terms of how you stretch the defenders. So these are the things that he can do that Nkunku can't do. He can also press very well. Nkunku, for me, doesn't know how to press very well. So these are the things I think he's doing that the coach, that's the reason why the coach is starting him ahead of Christopher Nkunku. But in terms of finishing, I think Nkunku is the better finisher than him. Yes, Nicolas Jackson has improved. I think he has improved in his finishing. But I still think he deserves to be starting game. So I think the coach will go with him again. But for me, I think Chelsea needs another number 9. I don't know if they'll sign any player this January, but if they don't sign any striker this January, they have to get another number 9, top number 9 probably, in the summer. So for me, I think the coach will go with Nicolas Jackson again in this game. But in all, I just need a win from this team, and for the team to come back in winning ways again, because really disappointing the last 2 games that Chelsea haven't won. So yeah, what's your thoughts? What's your opinion? Do you think Chelsea will win this one? Because it's a must-win game. They have to win this game. No disrespect to Ipswich. This is one of the teams that Chelsea should be taking 3 points against. So even if I think it will not be absolute easy game, I don't think it will be, because I will be expecting Ipswich to play a defensive game. I think that's how they would approach the game. I think they will sit back, want to hit Chelsea on a counter. That's what I think they will do. I'm not expecting Ipswich to want to press, want to come out and play, but I will expect them to sit back, defend, find the opportunity and counter Chelsea. So that's what I think they will do. But still, I'll be expecting Chelsea to win this one. If Chelsea can be clinical in this game, just be clinical, because the chances will come. I think they will create the chances. They will have the opportunity. Just be clinical. I think they'll win this game. So your thought, your opinion on the game, you let me know. And also, guys, if you're watching the video on YouTube, subscribe to the channel on Point TV. Like the video. It's really, really important you like the video, because it helps the channel. And also, if you're on Facebook, if you're watching the video on Facebook, please share the video as well. It's really important you share the video. You can also follow the channel if you haven't followed the channel. Thank you, guys. Stay safe while I see you again. Bye.